Well, here's the All Ordinaries Index this week, and sometimes you think traders should be hauled into the principal's office and asked, what's going on? What do you think you're doing? It was down 100 points yesterday, up 125 points today, so there's a certain lack of conviction. Today there was almost panic buying of miners, especially lithium miners like Pilbara Minerals and Mineral Resources, as well as banks taking the All Ordinaries Index 1.8% higher. Tyro Payments got a non-binding indicative takeover non-offer at $1.27, but rejected it out of hand. The share price jumped 28% to a cent below the non-offer. Shares in New York rebounded powerfully last night for no apparent reason at all, and Tokyo followed suit. And maybe it was because the oil price fell more than 4%, which could take some pressure off inflation and interest rates. And speaking of inflation, RBA Governor Philip Lowe spent part of his speech today acknowledging that they'd got their inflation forecasts wrong and were now engaged in soul-searching. The green line on this graph is what the RBA thought a year ago would happen to inflation, and the grey area represents the range of private forecasts. The blue line is what actually happened, so they weren't just a little bit wrong, were they? And the red line is the current forecast, which will be right this time for sure. Sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you. And Dr. Lowe wants you to know that they weren't the only ones to get it wrong. They were way out in the United States, Europe, the UK and Canada as well. And finally, the Australian dollar has slipped to a 2.5-year low of 67.2 US cents. And that's finance. Thanks for watching. You can check out more finance news by clicking there. And don't forget to click subscribe down there to get all the latest updates from ABC News.